Hello everyone. I'm very sorry, but in the last few days I haven't been posting videos. Well, because it's been a holiday in my whole country. So it's like Independence Day in USA. Yes. So the day when my country got born, yes. So uh so everyone got a holiday. Nobody had to go to work and nobody had to go to school. So yeah, my family just go to visit our grandparents. Both of my grandparents. Well, both visit my mother's and visit my mother. Well, yeah, but actually we did actually go to my mother more because we haven't seen her in years. So let's get into the point today. So we're going to learn about investment tax. So this investment tax is paid on money you earn by investing in the stock market. So when the stock market goes up, you have capital gains. So you have to pay taxes on capital gain. So yeah, if you have to pay taxes on capital gains. So you have to pay tax on capital gains. So if you buy stock in the company, you are paid dividends. When the company does well, you have to pay taxes on dividends. So it's like you buy stock in other company, a lot of company, you buy a lot of stock. Yeah, you buy stock from companies. Let's say you buy stock from Meta. Yes, from Meta. And yeah, so when let's say Meta do very good, yes, Meta do really good. Yes, they are doing really good right now. So you also earn a little bit money from them, but also you have to pay tax for buying the stock and also pay tax for the money they earn while you buying that stock too. So yeah, you have to pay tax on dividend if the company do good. So if you haven't heard of stock, then let me explain. Stock, it's actually a little bit of something in a company. Okay, so let's say a company, Facebook. Yes, Facebook, and that is Facebook. Yes, and it is doing really good, and you buy one of the stock, and it have a lot of stock. So everybody have stock. Not everybody, somebody some people that buy stock, not everybody. So if they buy stock and if the company do good, they'll earn a little bit money from them, but they have to pay taxes on dividends. They have to pay a little bit of taxes. And yeah, that is what if they do good. So what if they do bad? Okay, so if they do bad, then you would end up losing some of the money too, because that stock is like you are having money from them if they do good. But if they do bad, then the money you buy in that stock will go down. So then the money you are buying that stock, it will decrease, and you will end up losing your money in buying that stock. But if the company do good and you buy that stock, then you got to earn a little bit of money, and you have to pay taxes to the company too. So investment tax is calculated at the rate of 15%. So like other taxes, investment tax can be multiplied by the amount of capital gains or dividends by the rate of determine the tax owned. So it is So investment tax is calculated at the rate of 15%. So every stock, every stock, you have to pay the taxes of 15%. Yes, everything did that. So, for example, if you receive dividends of $2,000 in buying that stock, yes, you receive by $2,000. As $2,000, and the amount of tax would be $2,000 multiplied by 15% of $300. So not like the other, you just multiply by 15%. But actually, the last time we learned that to calculate all kind of taxes, to calculate the taxes, you have to take the money and multiply by 0.3, 0.03. So this time we multiplied by 15%. It is still like that. It's not changing anything. So 15% is 0.15. So if you have a calculator, you can just try this, or if you don't, you can just try it on yourself too. Okay, so you can use a calculator to calculate this, or you can use it by yourself. So you can just take the $2,000 and you multiply with 0.15. This is awkward. Take $2,000 and you multiply by 0.15, and you will get exactly the amount of tax it would be. So yeah, it's just like this. So if you are using a calculator, you have to press what is 15% is. But if you use like a calculator like mine, like this one, you can just take $2,000 and you multiply by 15%. And it will be like that. Remember, have to have the percent. Okay, so 15% and 0.15 are exactly the same. They're equal. Yes, they are equal. So 15% is 15 by 100. And then if you do all kind of stuff to it, then you would get 0.15. So 15% is actually equal to 0.15. So no matter if you use like 0.15 or if you use 15%, it doesn't matter because it's the same. So back to the lesson. So you just take these two and yeah, it is equal. So the amount of tax will be the same in these two because we know that 15% and 0.15 is the same. So I'm going to do this one. So if you have a calculator, you can just press the number, or if you don't, you can just use your own hand to do it. So I already calculated this and it is equal $300. The investment tax, so you got the dividends of $2,000 and you have to pay the tax of $300. So we have learned a lot in today's lesson about investment tax. We know how to calculate it and we know that how it works. So let's erase this away and practice. Yeah, I'll erase this. And dry it. Because you don't want it to be like all kind of mushy and thing. All done. Okay, so let's practice. Sammy received $500 in capital gains and dividends at the end of the year. So how much investment tax at a 15% rate does she need to pay? So every money, not every money, but like every stock you buy, it have the amount, it have the rate of taxes, and the investment taxes is always 15%. So Sammy received $500 in the capital gains and dividends. That is the divided and the capital gains at the end of the year. And how much investment tax at 15% rate does she need to pay? Well, we know that to calculate it, the investment tax, we would take the received dividends and the capital gains, and then you would multiply by the tax rate, and you would get the exactly like the tax. So we to calculate this investment tax, take $500 and you multiply by 15%. Take $500 and multiply, not divide, multiply by 15%. I'm very sorry. And you would get the exactly number, which is $75. Next up, what do you call the money you earn for owning stock? What do you call the money you earn for the owning stock? For owning stock, okay, not other people owning, it's you who own it. So, investment tax, you know that the investment tax is paid on money you earn. So, by investing in the stock market, you got money. And what is that money called? So, you have learned, so when the stock market goes up, you have capital gains and have the pay taxes on capital gains. So we just call that dividend. What is it called when our stock goes up in the value? Like I said just before, if your stock go up in the value, you got capital gain. Harold received a $3,500 dividend for stock he owned in a bike factory. Which calculation should he use to determine how much investment tax he need to pay? So this one and this one is this 0.15 and 15% is the same, but in here in this one it doesn't write percent, so you cannot choose this one. So remember, do not choose this one because it is not in percent. It must have the percent to calculate to. So this 0.15 is equals 15%. Remember, you have to have the percent because it is important. Okay, so like before I teach you, 15% is equal to 0.15. Yes? And in here it's right 15, but it doesn't have percent. And the percent is really important. And it is equal this. So what do you choose? A, of course. How much investment tax at 15% rate does Anna need to pay if she receives $6,500 in capital gain and dividend at the end of the years? So, yeah, how much investment tax at a 15% rate does Anna need to pay if she receives $6,500 in capital gain and dividend at the end of the years? So, it is asking what is the investment tax. So we know that to calculate investment tax, you would take the dividend and you multiply by 15% rate. So yeah, just take your $6,500 and multiply, not divide. Okay, I always got mixed up by multiply and divide. Divide sound more not more better, but divide. Like, I say it much more easier. So you take 6,500 and you multiply it by 15%. Remember, 15%. Then you would got $975. So yes, it is the correct answer. I think you're having a wonderful time learning with me about investment tax, which is not here anymore. But yes, I think you have a wonderful time learning it with me. And yeah, I think you're having a wonderful time. And maybe the next time if you meet somebody who buy a lot of stock, and yeah, if you meet somebody who buy a lot of stock, you might, and if they ask you, do you know what does investment tax mean? And you would say all about it, and they will be so amazed with you. Maybe next time you should try it on your sibling. Maybe they might not know, and you might be a teacher for them. And yeah, yet again, I want to say thank you for watching this video, and have a good day to you and your family.